Hi, I'm Gloria Coburn. I'm Kosher by Gloria, and today I'm going to show you how to put together my cream cheesecake. Someone on one of the sites I posted on asked me if I would do this, and so I'm doing it. I've done most of the noisy work already. I have in this bowl, I have softened cream cheese that's been beaten up with flour and sugar and salt and vanilla. And I have my egg whites beaten, and I've got my cream scalding on the stove. So I'm just going to sort of put it together for you, and hopefully this is going to work. I've never really done this all by myself before. Not the cooking part, the video part. So I'm gonna go get the cream off the stove. I've got to stick my finger in the top of it to be sure that it's actually scalding. So hold on one second, I'm just gonna check. And yes, that is scalding hot. So this is 2 cups of heavy cream, and it is going to be a little noisy as I pour it very slowly into, let's see if you can see, very slowly into the bowl. So here we go. I've got it on low, and I'm going to very slowly, you can see the little trickle of cream going in. Not too fast, otherwise it's going to splatter. And you just want the cream to go in very slowly. It makes the other ingredients creamier, softer, and more delicious. What can be bad with cream cheese and heavy cream? So hold on one second, this will be done. And you'll end up with a very thin batter that you say to yourself, how is that ever going to be a cake? But in fact, it does become a cake. The actual recipe for the cream cheese cake is on my site, kosherbygloria.com. There's also a chocolate cream cheese cake if you like. Okay, I'm going to turn that off. Now I'm going to just take my spatula and go down and be sure that everything was actually incorporated into, get it off the beater. Sometimes ingredients stick on the inside of the paddle, the beating paddle, and then they don't end up in your cake, they end up in the bowl. So here we go. Squeezing all around. I'm going to give it one more little turn. Okay, check the bottom. You also have to be sure that your spatula gets to the very bottom, because sometimes in these larger KitchenAids, the beater doesn't get all the ingredients, and then you have to sort of squeeze them in afterwards. But it does make cooking large quantities easier. Okay, so that's our basic cream cheese batter. Now I'm going to show you the egg whites. These are the egg whites that I've basically beaten up with cream of tartar already. I'm going to give it another couple of beats with the electric. This really must be 100 years old, this electric beater. Whoops, and then we lost the beater. So hold on one second, let me re-plug this in. Okay, that should be enough. And you see how that stands up in peaks like that. So now we're going to take the spatula or the beating paddle out of there, and I'm going to take about a quarter of these egg whites, and it's an imperfect science, so just about a quarter, and I'm going to thoroughly mix this up in the batter. Can you see how thin this is? Let's see if I can tilt this a little bit more so you can see how thin this is. Maybe take it off the beater, take it off the stand, and it'll be better. Okay, so you can see how thin this is. And I'm just gonna stir that around. Don't have to worry if you leave any lumps in here. Just to sort of do the initial stirring of this cake. I've been making this cake for I don't know how many years, and when my son was a little boy, he actually found one in the freezer and ate it. He and a friend just ate it, stuck their faces in it and ate it. So it's been a favorite in our house for a very long time. Most of his friends will remember it. Generally only make it for Shavuot because it's just so decadent, but there are other occasions when it would be delicious as well. Now here I'm just folding the rest of the egg whites into this batter. You don't want to deflate them because you want the cake to rise. Just sort of very gently fold them in. They don't have to be completely smooth. Okay, I'm now going to get my cake pan, which has been in the freezer. I'll show you what's happening with that. Hold on one second. Here I have an 8-inch round springform pan. You see the spring that lets the cake come out. I put a thick wad of butter on around the sides and on the bottom, and then I sprinkled graham cracker crumbs all around it. You can crush your own graham crackers, or you can buy a box of graham cracker crumbs, and then that freezes for like a half an hour so that they stick to the cake when they come out most of the time. If they don't, you can just add some unbaked graham cracker crumbs right from the box afterwards, just to give it that toasty brown look if it doesn't come out. So here we have the pan already. When it goes in the oven, it's going to go into another pan, which I'm going to fill with 1 inch of water. So I'm just going to start with it like that. And now I'm just going to pour this cheesecake mixture into this pan and get it all out. You don't want to leave any of that cream cheesy goodness in the pan. Okay. There we go. There we go. And now I'm going to fill this pan with 1 inch of hot water, or actually up until about 3/4 of the way up the pan, so maybe it's a little more than 1 inch, and then put it in a preheated 300-degree oven, and that bakes for about 90 minutes. And then you let it cool off, and then you put it in the pan. You don't take it out of the pan yet, and you chill it in the refrigerator. What I like to do is freeze it. And at that point, if I want to, I can take it out of the pan before I freeze it. But then if I want to remove the stainless steel bottom, I freeze it, and then I'm able to take a spatula, a long-handled spatula, underneath the bottom of the cake and the pan and lift it up, and it actually comes up so that you can use your bottom again. If you don't need your bottom again, you don't have to bother. You can just leave it and put some berries around it. So I'm going to fill this up with some hot water, put it in the oven, and hopefully we'll have a delicious cheesecake at the end of it. You can serve it plain, or you can add berries to it. All of those suggestions are on my website. I'm just gonna, this is a big lump up here, I'm just gonna smooth that out a little tiny bit. And now I'm going to put the hot water in and put it in the oven. So I hope this has been interesting, and see you again. Bye.